Happy Easter, everyone. And we are going to look at Easter Sunday's chart when Vesta, the focusing principle and the high priestess, is moving into Cancer. And that is why I gave the title for this video, Easter Blessings. Let's take a look at the chart for London. It will occur, the ingress will occur on March 31st, Easter Sunday, at 11:56 London time. So Vesta is moving at the solstice, summer solstice point. And this is the London chart. You can see that there are a number of conjunctions, most of them applying, some of them separating. Vesta is in the 12th house, focusing on secrets and hidden things. The Jupiter-Uranus conjunction is applying. It will be exact on the 20th of April. Mercury has just passed Aries. Aries means drastically altered outward circumstances, war and all kinds of terrible things. And Mercury in Aries is a very militant Mercury. And if you consider what was happening in recent days, actually weeks, Macron was playing the role of the French cock, really, and he really was using a lot of war rhetoric, and he is willing to send troops, NATO troops to Ukraine for what? I mean, Ukraine is not a NATO member, it is not an EU member. Of course, because they want to save their investments. That's the reason. It's if you look around in Ukraine, the fields are already occupied by big American and Chinese corporations. And of course, they don't want, they just simply don't want to lose their investments. So that's why you have this militant conversation everywhere. The sun is in an applying conjunction with the North Node in like 5 days, it will be exact, and Chiron is already separating from it. And then Venus in Pisces is reaching Neptune. So Venus is carnal or everyday or usual love, and Neptune is universal or higher love. Neptune is, in fact, a higher octave of Venus. So the two conjunct is trying to give us a very nice energy pattern. And Vesta and Pallas Athena, which have been traveling together for quite some time, two independent asteroids, not Vesta, sorry, Lilith, asteroid Lilith is revolt against injustice, and Pallas Athena is the wise girl. And you can see that they are in a structure with the vertex, which is the point of no free will. So at the moment, in the London chart at least, has this impact as well. So here's Vesta, the focusing principle. So those are quite relevant conjunctions, but there is also a complex planetary picture if I add Hygiea. And Hygiea is at the vernal equinox point at the moment in Aries, effectively squaring Vesta. And that is why I consider this a blessing, because Vesta is a focusing principle, and Hygiea, the 10th asteroid, denotes how to put things into order. Hygiea was one of Asclepius's daughter, who always manifested that we should not wait until we get sick. We should live a life which leads to health. So that's Hygiea, put your things in order. And the cardinal square gives us the energy we need to focus on what is not right and try to put it in order. And you see that there's a non-closing boomerang. The reason why is because trans-Pluto is at 3.5 degrees Virgo, so it is out of Ob with Vesta. There's no sextile here, really. It is doubly applying, so sooner or later they will be in a sextile, and then there will be at least a yod, a finger of fate. But dark moonlit is very fast moving. It moves 3 degrees every day, so it will be out of the structure. But at the moment, we do have a Pluto dark moonlit opposition. Dark moon denotes the moment in the myth when Lilith leaves the Garden of Eden and takes upon herself Yahweh's curse. And Pluto, of course, is the plutocracy, the hidden power behind, so the power structure that really moves the world around. And this opposition means that, yes, we are opposing to what you are planning for us. And yes, we will do whatever we can, and we don't care even if you curse us. So that's the non-closing boomerang, really, because that is not really a structure. And then, but there is a dissolved opposition, actually doubly dissolved, because on the one hand, Hygiea is opposing it, and on the other hand, Pluto is also dissolving the opposition. This is a classic with Hygiea. This is a classic dissolution of the opposition with a trine and a sextile. And at the same time, there's a little engine as well. Little engines are made up by a quincunx, a sextile, and a square. This is a cardinal little engine, so it gives you a lot of drive. And again, if you focus on hidden powers and what to do, you can put your things in order. So that's the essence of this space-time moment. The most important portion is the Vesta Hygiea square, cardinal square, because that is what gives us the blessing. You might wonder why I keep calling the square a blessing, simply because sometimes trines are not giving us enough energy to do anything really. And cardinal squares denote things that are need to be done now, in the here and now. And that is why I think we can actually utilize it. Let's take a look at the transcendental celestial objects. On dark moon Lilith, we have Arthur, well, the king of the knights, and Silurus, who is one of the betterment centaurs who want to overcome their base um, origin, so to speak, that they are half animal, and there are many of them, and there are different ways how to better themselves. And Silurus does this with the help of arts and cultivation and beauty. And this is very, very true. If you have children, please give them something that they can be happy about. Take them to nature, take them to exhibition halls, show them really beautiful art, not the modern art, because that is crap. Things that are really making us feel better. And in this way, you give them hope that life is nice and they don't need to find substitutes like drugs and alcohol. This is the best you can do for a child. And that's what Silurus represents. On Pluto, we have Altair, Alpha Aquila, and that is the whole constellation Aquila, the celestial eagle, is flying towards the on the Milky. It's flying on the Milky Way towards towards Polaris, towards the pole star. And this means an elevation of the coming out of the ordinary and going up uh, to the divine. On Vesta, we have a number of things. Medusa, the strong but hurt feminine. Chaos. You might remember that this year's comic astrological feature has chaos at the summer solstice point at 0 degrees Cancer. This is a long TNO with an orbital period of 307 years, so it's not going anywhere really. And now Vesta is conjunct chaos, so we can focus on this programmed chaos that they are trying to sell us or push on us. And two fixed stars, Mancalian, which is at 0 Cancer, and Betelgeuse, which is at 29 something Gemini. Betelgeuse is Alpha Orion. We spoke about it many, many times. This is the eastern shoulder of Orion, and it is, according to Bernadette Brady, it's one of the best stars that you can have in your chart because it gives you unlimited success that is not hindered by anything. But Mancalian is a different star. It's a beta star, a beta Auriga. We are going to look at it in a minute. And Hygiea has Boracisi, which is another centaur. It is a if you read Kurt Vonnegut's Cat's Cradle, he's the chief god of Bokononism, and he's some kind of tyrant. So he is describing the tyrant, which we need to rectify because there are lots of tyrants around us. Okay, here is Menkalian. As you can see, this is the normal rendering of the constellation, and a couple of myths are linked to it. Yeah, it is a shepherd, and also it is linked to Phaeton, or Phaeton, I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyhow, he was the son of the sun god Helios, and one day he steals the chariot. And of course, there's a huge disaster because he doesn't know how to how to ride it, and so the horses are doing all kinds of stuff, and he is dead, and the whole world is falling apart. So this is one rendering of the cataclysm, the Vela cataclysm, when we didn't see the sun for centuries. Another story that is linked to Menkalian is Vulcan, Hephaestus, the Roman version of Hephaestus, who has bad feet. And so in order to rectify it, he builds a beautiful chariot and he goes there everywhere. So it's symbol in comic astrology, these stars symbolize the chance to, or the ability to overcome any handicap that is there from birth. You can overcome it with diligence, with hardworking and dutiful behavior and ingeniousness. And it is also a hidden story. If you can see, yeah, this is a shepherd who is trying to save the mother goat with the baby, with the kids. But there's another drawing, and this is Hevelius's drawing. It's not as fashionable, and it's quite hard to find. You need to find by name, and then you will see that, yeah, here's the mother goat with the two kids, but all of a sudden the shepherd looks back and sees a goat on his back. And this represents the plutocracy. This represents that we are carrying on our back without knowledge, without proper knowledge. We are carrying on our back lots of um, what shall I say? Lots of entities who are utilizing, who are usurping us. And it's time to put things in order. And that is the message of Easter Sunday. My blessings to you. Thank you for listening, and happy Easter, happy resurrection. Bye-bye.